Directly across West Street from One World Trade Center is the tallest building in the World Financial Center, which is known as the American Express Tower. The building was designed by Cesar Pelli, who also designed a very similar building in London's financial center called One Canada Square. Both structures are square shafts surmounted by pyramids. One Canada Square was the tallest building in the UK until very recently, when the construction of the Shard at 32 London Bridge made it the tallest building. One Canada Square has a floor area of 111,000 square meters, and the Shard has a floor area of 110,000 square meters. One Canada Square has a tuned mass damping pendulum that can sway up to 33 centimeters to offset movements in the building caused by wind. Pelli originally designed One Canada Square to be 864 feet high, but this had to be reduced to 770 feet due to being in the flight path of the London City Airport. Nearby, the Millennium Dome's 365-meter diameter, 52-meter height, and 12 masts echo the days, weeks, and months of the solar year. Back in Manhattan, Dr. Mark Gray discovered that the distance from the tip of the pyramid on the World Financial Center to Cleopatra's Needle in Central Park is 333,000 inches. Amazingly, the building is also oriented with respect to this alignment with the ancient Egyptian obelisk. In the lobby of American Express's corporate headquarters in this building, there is a monument called 11 Tiers, which honors the 11 employees killed on 9/11. It consists of an 11-sided piece of quartz suspended on 11 cables, hovering over an 11-sided black granite fountain, with 11 sources of water splashing in the pool reflecting the crystal. In Volume 1, I showed an alignment starting underwater in the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir in Central Park, passing through the ancient Egyptian Temple of Dendur in the Met, straight to the United Nations headquarters. The Temple of Dendur was one of several ancient Egyptian temples that were given to other countries when the Aswan High Dam was built in the 60s. The 111-meter-high dam holds back 111 cubic kilometers of water and lets it flow down the Nile at a maximum of 11,000 cubic meters per second. The ancient Egyptian Temple of Dibod was given to Spain and placed in Madrid. I traced the axis of the complex in Madrid straight to the ancient Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican. The alignment of the Temple of Dibod passes through a windrose marker surrounding the obelisk. The ancient Egyptian Temple of Elysia was given to Italy when the Aswan High Dam was built. It is located in Italy's largest Egyptian museum in Turin. This alignment also passes through a windrose marker surrounding the obelisk in the Vatican. Kurt Lindahl discovered several more key pieces of the puzzle. Alignments from Aachen Cathedral in Germany, Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna, the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, and the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem all pass over windrose markers in the pavement surrounding the Vatican obelisk. Byzantium was the capital of the Roman Empire in late antiquity. In the Middle Ages, Holy Roman emperors ruled in Aachen and later in Schönbrunn. The double-headed eagle was the emblem of these groups and continues in Freemasonry today. For what it's worth, Lindahl also discovered that a line connecting the Vatican obelisk with Coral Castle in Homestead, Florida, also goes through a windrose marker. I measured the distance, and it's 330,330,000 inches to the marked point. Kurt Lindahl discovered another interesting alignment starting at Cleopatra's Needle in New York City. The Grand Master of Masons in the state of New York presided over the ceremony as the cornerstone for this obelisk was laid in 1880. If you draw a line from Cleopatra's Needle to the center of the Museum of Jewish Heritage at 36 Battery Park, The line passes directly through the Grand Masonic Lodge of New York. Amazingly, the museum is also oriented with respect to this alignment with the obelisk. The core of the museum is housed in a hexagonal building, officially symbolizing the 6 points of the Star of David and the 6 million Jews who perished in the Holocaust. The museum at the tip of Manhattan rises in tiers like a step pyramid or ziggurat. Directly across the harbor from the Museum of Jewish Heritage is the Statue of Liberty. The Grand Master of Masons in the state of New York presided over another ceremony as the cornerstone for the colossal lighthouse was laid in 1884. A line connecting the Statue of Liberty's torch with the Kaaba in Mecca goes right down the pier jutting out of Liberty Island. Islam and the Qibla, or direction of prayer toward the Kaaba, is secretly honored on Liberty Island. On September 11, 2012, a new museum will open at Ground Zero. The National September 11th Museum will showcase a sculpture of 2 tridents in a glass atrium space located between the twin footprints of reflecting absence. Dr. Mark Gray discovered a Christian connection in that the distance from the tridents to the rond point of the Cathedral of St. John the Divine is 11,111 meters. Twin tridents represent the number 33. The weapon of Lord Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction and transformation, is a trident. Shiva has 108 names which devotees chant. That's interesting because Venus is an average of 108 million kilometers from the Sun. The diameter of the Sun is 108 Earth diameters. The Earth is 108 solar diameters from the Sun. The Moon is 108 lunar diameters from the Earth. And the Moon's radius is 1,080 miles. Knight and Butler discovered that the distance from Ground Zero in New York to Ellipse Park in Washington, D.C., measures 1,080 megalithic seconds of arc. The bearing of this line from D.C. is 51 degrees true north, echoing the slope of the Great Pyramid.